Looks like an ordinary run-of-the-mill Nissan Juke, doesn't it? Actually, you would be wrong. This car is on a list of forbidden fruit for us US car guys. It's a list of cars we maintain that we want that are never here. Cars like the Volkswagen Scirocco that are always over there. This car is on this list not because it's a Nissan, not because it's a Juke, and not because it was designed in Europe. It's on this list because it is a diesel. And then there's when reality sets in. When you get to drive the forbidden fruit, when you actually get to taste it, much like going out on a date with a prom queen like 10 years after high school and realizing, God, she's really annoying. But that's not the case. The secret of this car, like any other diesel, is pulling power. Now the Juke, the dynamics of that, even in front-wheel drive, is actually quite good. I recently drove the Nismo version with a front-wheel drive, and I gotta tell you, I liked it more than I thought I would. Granted, I still want an all-wheel drive with a stick, but that's beside the point. Here we're talking about pulling power and torque. This car has the same, I want to say, feel as that Nismo Juke. It just doesn't have the crispness of that engine. But really, if I were to choose between the two, I'd probably want the Nismo suspension. This car, maybe while we're at it, throw in the all-wheel drive. I mean, we're talking about forbidden fruit here, right? This is where things really matter. Under the hood, turbocharged 4-cylinder diesel engine. Now it's got a measly 108 horsepower, but really, the things we're interested in, 260 pound-feet of torque. That's all the pulling power we want. This car is only available in Europe, and it's only available in Europe because really that MPG is what people prize. So this engine, 67 MPG in this setup, front-wheel drive, stick, the whole thing. Now, European cycle is different than a US cycle. So if I were to use my very fuzzy math and get my abacus out, we're talking probably mid-50s MPG. So, your choice is, you could do a Prius, get laughed at by your girlfriend, or you could do this. And then there's other goodies about it. It has the auto stop start. Really the only companies in the US right now that are doing auto stop start. You got some GM stuff, a lot of Porsche stuff. Basically everything in the Porsche line does auto stop start. Kind of funny coming from Porsche. And then you're getting it in hybrids, obviously. This car, a diesel, will shut the engine down at a light and it'll still run the air conditioning, which is really amazing when you think about it, because a diesel by nature has great fuel economy, and here's just a really simple way to give you maybe a couple of more points of MPG. So what's really amazing here is this is a front-wheel drive vehicle, and I'm able to play around with some maneuvers here on this disused airfield, and this thing isn't disturbed at all. I think you get a little bit more crispness with an all-wheel drive, but the reality is, for what the purpose of this vehicle is, I mean, this is a compact crossover that is designed for small families, and I am driving it like I stole it. I don't know any other way to put this. I would totally own this. I'm like one of the few people that likes the way the Juke looks. I think I understand it. It stands out, but not just because it wants to stand out. It stands out because it's such a unique organic design. And then you add in the fact that, I can get some pulling power with my unique design. I think I need to try that. So really what we have here is a question. Like in the GTD film, do you buy your car by the pound or do you buy your car by the ounce? Now, I'm not your financial advisor, at least today, but this car with a turbo diesel small displacement engine is not cheap. That's why Nissan is kind enough to give us very fancy wheels and, of course, the requisite manual transmission. So the question now is, how do we get Nissan to bring this car over for us poor saps in the US to drive? I mean, really, Nissan is the contrarian investor. Think about what they've brought into their portfolio over the past couple of years. You've got a brand new Z when the economy basically fell off a cliff. You got the GTR, which is counter to anything that is selling right now, but still a wonderful car. And if that's not enough proof, a crossover convertible. So if anybody's going to bring a car like this to the US, it's a car company that takes a family crossover and chops the roof off of it. But anyway, I digress. I want to know what you guys think. I picked this thing out because I'm geeked out about a Juke Diesel. But are you? Am I the only one that thinks this thing is cool? Get in contact. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, MotoManTV, all one word. And I want to hear what you say. I'm going to take your comments and I'm going to share them with my folks at Nissan and say, we want a Juke Diesel. And while we're at it, we want a Juke Diesel that's all-wheel drive with a stick, and then maybe there's a small contingent of us that want a Nismo Juke all-wheel drive stick. Yeah, I think that's what we want. So click here to watch one of our 250 other episodes, click here to subscribe, and can we ask you guys a favor? Can you watch these within the first 36 hours? Because it gets us more views, which gets us more dollars, which gets you more episodes. And of course, follow us, MotoManTV, all one word, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see you guys next time.